everyone, welcome to my first ever reading vlog, and of course my battery is dying because why not? I've been meaning to film this for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to doing any reading to actually film it. I tried with The Tyrant's Tomb by Rick Riordan, but I read almost nothing of that book. I am very embarrassed about that I've read nothing of that book, and I think it's because I used to read a lot in Polish and then I switched to English, and I haven't read in Polish for a while. And then The Tyrant's Tomb, the fourth book, I bought it in Polish because I've read everything by Rick Riordan in Polish. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to read it in English, like get an English copy. And I think that's going to be much better because I just could not, I don't know. I just couldn't read it. It just all felt so weird and inappropriate in some way. But anyway, today on my way to work, I actually managed to pick a book which I am very excited about because it's been such a bad reading, like a few weeks for me. I haven't been reading anything really. But I picked up This Savage Song by Schwab, which I'm very excited about. It's one of the books that I had on my December TBR that I went to get to before the end of the year. It's a book by Schwab, so I thought, just why not? Well, I've heard this book in general, this duology, is not as good as her other books. So I did have some trouble getting into it, which I don't know is whether it's because of my small reading slump or it's just not as good as her other books. But I definitely did have some trouble getting used to the world. I think I'm like 80 pages in, and I'm really starting to enjoy it, and I really love her writing style. So even if everything goes wrong with the plot and the characters, I think I'll stay for the writing style. And generally for Victoria Schwab, I love supporting her, and I love supporting my favorite authors. The audiobook is pretty good, but I think I want to read physically, which I have not done for like a long time. So it's currently like 11 p.m. I think I'm just gonna read a bit and then go to sleep, hopefully a bit earlier than usual. I should make myself some tea and read a bit and let you guys read with me. Also, if you don't know what this book is about, well, welcome to the club, because I'm not really sure either. But from what I understand, it's set in a world where every sort of crime or just bad deed, action results in a monster being created, and there's this war between, I want to say, monsters and people, but it's more about like the bad guy controlling the monsters and using them for his own benefit, versus like the good guys that are trying to defeat the monsters or something. And you follow two characters that are from opposite sides of the city, because the city is divided into half. There's war going on, and they're like belonging to the two different groups, and I think you just sort of follow them. If I understood correctly, the characters are 12 years old, which I did not expect. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna read a bit, and I will hopefully update you before bed unless I fall asleep. I have just wanted to inform you, my dear friends, that they're not 12, they're 18, and I came back just to reread that part where I got confused. Yeah, so it's not middle grade. Hello, it has been roughly 2 days without an update, which is because I haven't been doing much reading in the last 2 days. Just a lot of stuff going on and nothing really special happening that I would want to put in here. But that being said, I'm also really tired. I'm currently doing some crocheting. Just doing this little scarf in here while I am listening to the audiobook for This Savage Song, because I know I said I'm gonna read it physically, but I just feel like if I start doing this now, I mean reading, I'm just gonna fall asleep. So I'm trying to keep myself busy with the very therapeutic and making me sleepy crocheting, but at least I don't think I can fall asleep doing this because I have to sit. But tomorrow we are going to buy some decorations for our Christmas tree. Oh, we decorated our little Christmas trees, and I need to show them to you right now. So that's the one that I have. and it has little pretty Christmas tree lights and it's so beautiful. And moving on to my sister's Christmas tree, which has the exact same decorations, except it is a little bit less messy. So I'll just film myself crocheting and reading a bit so you can join me on the fun ride. I just don't feel like reading at all, but when I'm reading this book, it feels like I just want to read it. I just want to keep on reading it. So I'm just gonna go with the flow and I'm gonna see where it takes me. Honestly, I really hope that the cat that just appeared in like chapter, I don't know, 10 or something stays, because yeah, I really did not expect that, but I'm gonna love it if the cat stays, so. At some point it obviously stopped recording, so cool, I'm just gonna get back to reading right now. You know what, I really want to read a book that is dystopian and it's based in a country that is a reconstructed version of a country we know today. And that is not the United States. And I know it's like my fault for picking books that are themed this way, but yeah, I just haven't looked for books in other markets that fulfill this criterion, and I might do that. I might actually read a bit more, but I'm gonna look for a book. It just feels a little bit cringy, like there's something not entirely right. It all feels a bit off in the way it's written. Like, it's V. Schwab and it's still beautiful, but it's something in like the plot, the way the characters are created, that just feels a bit weird, a bit awkward. This is going by really fast. I'm in chapter 5. 160 pages. I feel like I've read nothing of this book. It's only 400 pages, but it's going by really fast. And it doesn't smell as good. And I am super tired. I'm pretty far with the scarf. I don't know if anyone cares. I was like here at the beginning of today. And now I added this whole part, which is kind of cool, and I'm running out of yarn, so the rest is going to be very light blue. I have very mixed feelings about this book as of now. There's something so awkward about the characters, like they're not... I feel like the book is targeted at a younger or age group Does that make sense? But it just feels like, I don't know, it's just, Victoria Schwab has this writing style that stands out to me so much, and the way she crafts worlds, characters, her plot ideas, plot devices, it all is so unique and so special, and it doesn't feel this way. It just feels like a regular book, and some parts that just feel the idea behind them is overused in YA fiction, and that is very surprising to me in a way. That's not what the type of writing that I identify V. Schwab with, but at the same time it's very entertaining, very enjoyable, and very intriguing, and I might be getting a bit addicted to this world, which is really, really cool, because that's exactly what I was hoping for. So it's not exactly the type of book I expect from V. Schwab, not meaning this in any bad way, because I know it sounds like it's so bad, blah 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 blah. It's just different than the other books I've read by her, but it's just so much fun anyway. As always, I am very, very intrigued as to where this is gonna go. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep right now. I have to wake up tomorrow, work out a bit, and do some reading in the morning before getting into editing my own book, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I did want to let you guys know I lied. I'm actually gonna play some Among Us, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't know who I'm gonna be. Who am I gonna be? Crewmate. I don't know if we lost or not. We won, but we're playing. Oh yes, go. We just both killed simultaneously. I am so proud of us. And we won. I might read a few more pages just to get into that sleeping mood and then head out to sleep. And then I'll meet you in the morning. Hello! Now is the most important part of the day, which is when we take the calendar, the advent calendar. What day is it? I think it's the 10th. We try and fail to open it. So right now I think I'm just gonna make myself a coffee. I'm gonna kick the day off, though it's already like midday, by reading, and then I think I'm gonna plan a video and hopefully film one today to edit today and get it up tomorrow. And in the meantime, as it's uploading, maybe I'll work a bit on my book. Sounds good. This is not good. I never actually showed you all of my plants. I am so proud of all of my plants. So this is my really cute pancake plant, and I just like to call it that way, though I know many people call it like Chinese money plant. It's just so beautiful. Look at it. I got it about 2 months ago. It's been growing and it's been so happy here. That is my string of hearts that I trimmed down a bit, and I'm now propagating it. You can't see right The zoom is so slow. Right there. I'm hoping to get some roots, and maybe when it gets a bit warmer then I can actually plant them. Oh, this is Pickle. I don't have a name for this guy yet. I forgot his name. Her name. I think it's, I want to say Jasmine, but she's gonna be Jasmine from now. We've had a rough time. Basically, I left her for 4 days in like summer, and I came back and she was dying, and I tried to revive her, but I had to cut off a lot of leaves that were like crispy and not going to be revived. But she's doing all right now. There are lots of new leaves coming out. So that's exciting. And here as well. This is something I bought recently, and I like it, but it's not honestly my favorite. It was just on sale together with another plant that I'll show you in a second. This is a golden pothos. I named this one Rye from Darker Shade of Magic series, because for some reason it just reminds me of him. And now moving into the windowsill, there's this lovely cactus that is not, it's a succulent, and it's the flapjack something. So because I thought the name flapjack is super funny, I just decided to name it flapjack. And also there's this show for kids that was super scary, and I don't know, I just decided to name it after that as well. And that is, my dear friends, a plant that is doing, I want to say really bad, probably the worst of all the plants I have here. It's a wandering Jew, and they are apparently also they're apparently unkillable and very easy to care for, but I had to, like, this keeps on happening, and I think I need to check for the roots. Thought maybe I can just try propagating it a bit and encouraging new growth. Also, please ignore this. Yeah. And this is the little, I think it's called lace aloe vera, or like just lace aloe, I don't know. But my sister has a big one, and it was a bit tight. The roots were a bit tight, so apparently when that happens, it starts giving off new pops. And I had another one that I replanted and managed to give away, but this one was in a really bad state and it was sort of rotting away, so I cut down some leaves, and it's doing really well. There's lots of new growth, which I am, look at it, I'm so excited about. Her name is Ophelia, and she is stunning. She is so beautiful. I just love her so much with all my heart. And down here is this little, the same Nerviosa or something family that the other one, this little diva. They're both such divas, and if you just move them a bit to the right, they're gonna start dying. But yeah, well, I got this one because I've always wanted one that is pink, and it was on sale together with the other plant that I talked about, so I just got it. Hello everybody. I haven't done much today yet. I just washed my hair, which is actually a lot. Worked out a bit and ate a chocolate from the calendar. And also yesterday, we went to get Christmas shopping, but there ended up being very little stuff that we can put on a Christmas tree. So I guess I'm just gonna look for like secondhand Christmas tree stuff anyway. So that was a bit sad, but we got some food that I'll be making today. And yeah, I'm just gonna have some breakfast right now, and I am going to hopefully get some reading done as well. I'm really excited, and I tried reading yesterday before bed, but I just fell asleep. So I'm gonna try to read a bit now, and yeah, let's just go get breakfast. Okay, wow, what is also going on with my hair, but wow. So I know I told you guys that I would be reading, and then I'd go and work a bit on my book and do some stuff, but I ended up reading a lot more because I got really into the story, and then I just couldn't put it down. Things started happening, and I'm like at page 277, and I just had to put it down because I have stuff to do, and I really want to keep on reading, but I'm hoping to get some time later in the day to read this, or hopefully maybe finish it, because I'm just so into the story right now. Basically, some intense stuff happened with the monsters. I still don't like Kate that much. Wow, the stuff that just went down in this book. I need a minute. I have to put it down because I have to like clean and make sure the video goes up today, and also what else do I have to do? Write my book. So I had to put it down, but I really hope to come back to it at the end of the day, because I will be thinking about this book for the rest of the day for sure. I don't know if it was like a slow start or just took a while for me to get into it, because we're almost at the end, like 100 something pages left. I shall go have some lunch maybe first because it's really late. Hello everybody, it is now Saturday, and I'm really sorry for the background noise, but it's super cold here and I had to put out an extra small heater thing that is right there. Anyway, I haven't finished the Savage song yet. I planned to yesterday at night, but I was super tired. I watched like a few episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with my sister, and then I just couldn't read anymore. It was really late anyway. But today, I don't know if I'm determined to finish, but I am determined to make some progress. I've been thinking about this book all day, and I just I just really want to get back into this world. Oh, I miss it so much. But I still have to do the dishes. So that's what is happening right now. And that is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get back to you and we're going to start reading. I just need some motivation to read because I keep on thinking about it and then I do everything else. Too much, not enough brain cells for this. And it's like getting late and I'm gonna start falling asleep. It's not ideal conditions, but we can do it. I am also making some granola. Our sink is clogged, so I have to take breaks for the water to go down, and I have to finally unclog it, but I just haven't felt like it. Do the dishes in the morning, maybe? I don't know. It is 11 p.m. with my face so flushed. And I have still not read anything. But it's okay. I cleaned up a bit. There's still some stuff to do, but I'm just gonna read. I make myself some tea. And I'm just gonna read. Yeah, for sure. Hello, I'm coming with the news that I managed to unclog the sink, which I am so proud of. And I read like a few pages, but I don't think there was a chance of actually me finishing it. I definitely overestimated myself. I really want to know what happens next, and I just can't keep on like reading 20 pages, putting it down, because the action for the last, I want to say 100, but like maybe 70 pages has been so intense. Tomorrow I think we might get a Christmas tree, hopefully, if we choose to have a live one, that we might put like, I don't know, there, I think. But yeah, it's 1 a.m. and I have to get up in a few hours, so I think I'll just go to sleep and I'll catch you guys later. But before I go, because I will totally be tired anyway tomorrow, so it doesn't matter like how long I stay up anyway. I really like, well, like there are some things in every book that just stick with me, like some ideas or the way something was written. So far in this book, I really like the idea that the monsters feed on, I mean, I don't like the idea. They feed on souls, which is such an interesting concept to me and such an interesting way to put it. And at the beginning, I was wondering what the whole feeding part is about and why hasn't he eaten in a few days, and it just started making more sense. And I do understand the tallies now, but somehow the idea of the tallies just seems a bit weird to me. Like, it just all seems a bit weird, and I still don't quite understand the point of it. Because if the point of these tallies is to show the complexity and the irony and sort of the battle in these creatures, then that is super smart and very cool and very clever in my opinion. So maybe that's that, but it still seems a bit stretched. And also, I really appreciate that we see the bond forming between Kate and August right now. And I am slightly less annoyed with Kate because of how I see her character and I see her personality more. And I've been seeing it in the last pages because she's been opening up more definitely with August. And that is really cool to see. Okay, good night. I really should go to sleep. Hello, I'm back from work and I am completely exhausted, and I am sitting in front of the heater that I turned off so I could talk. And I made some tea because it's really cold. And I have a book club in like 10 minutes. We sort of choose every once in a while something like a book or something that we're gonna discuss. So we are going to talk about this short story by Leo Tolstoy, which I don't know the title of, but it's about a man who keeps on wanting more land, and I don't know what else to say without spoiling anything, and he just goes on, and it's about greed, and it was really good, and I actually really surprisingly enjoyed it. It's just so simple and so powerful. I'm gonna have a meeting and then I hopefully will finally finish this Slavic song. I've been thinking about it all day. Hello everyone! It is Monday and I was supposed to finish my vlog on Sunday, but I haven't told you my thoughts about the book. I finished it yesterday at night. It blew my mind at the end. Like, there were so many twists and turns that I just had not anticipated at all. And it got so fast paced. Like, the first 100 pages, in retrospect, were pretty slow paced. But then after that, maybe I'll do 150 and something, but then after that, just so fast paced. I could not put it down. How it ended, and then how it actually ended. I mean, the elegy or something. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, it was just so infuriating. I wanted to throw it out the window because just so mad at what happened there, and I can't. I already ordered book 2. I ordered the pretty cover, and I really hope it comes before I go to Poland for Christmas, which is next Monday, because otherwise I won't be able to read it. Maybe it's not as sophisticated, I want to say, as her other books, but honestly, I read this review on Instagram yesterday as I was like scrolling through related posts to this book, and someone said that this is a great introduction to V. Schwab's writing style and her concepts of worlds and generally, yeah, just her writing style. And I definitely agree. This book is much of an easier read, I'd say. It's much more fast-paced and it's easier to read and get into. You do need to grasp the world at first, and it might be a bit confusing, but once you get into it, it's very easy to read, I'd say. If you're not sure about V. Schwab's writing style and you're a bit intimidated by her other books, then I would definitely recommend trying this one out. What I really like about her books, what I see in all of the books I've read of her by now, is that there is no good or bad, and she never clearly points out what is good, what is bad. Everything is morally gray, and there are so many shades of that gray, and it is so fascinating to read about. It's so fascinating to read about how she builds these worlds, the characters she builds, their complexity as well, and she slowly sort of guides you, unravels their complexity, and that is so fascinating. Her character development is honestly really brilliant in my opinion. In her books, what I really love is that there's always some sort of monster. Like, we get some monsters in here. This is basically a book about monsters. In The Invisible Life of Addie Lever, there's the, what's his name, Luke, like the bad god. In A Darker Shade of Magic, there's this monster as well, whose name I forgot, like the one from Black London. And I haven't read her other books, but it feels like it's a theme that she uses constantly, but I feel like it never dries out because she never blames this one monster for all the evil in the world, and it's much more complex than that. And it's not like kill the monster, everything's good, because she never does that, and that is so intriguing, and I really do appreciate that. Her writing style is just so good to read. It makes you feel so at home, while at the same time so disturbed, and I really do feel different every time I read one of her books. It just, they really do speak to me. I really don't want to spoil anything, but I don't want to say I was disappointed by the end, because I was not, but I just really hope it doesn't go into this, like the second book doesn't end in there being one evil that you need to defeat and then the whole world is fine. Like, one person that is responsible for all the evil, you defeat that person and it's all over. Because what I love about V. Schwab, as I said, is that she never goes for the simplicity. She always shows the world as it is. But she always shows that the rot is sort of much more widespread, layered in the society, and it's not just a fault of a single person, of a single event. I had one of the best experiences reading this book, but it's not like I'm gonna remember everything and I'm going to want to reread this thousands of times, like with Addie or with A Darker Shade of Magic, because it's just, it was fun, entertaining, it was dark, it was extremely enjoyable, I'm gonna say, reading, and I loved escaping into this world, but it's not like the type of book that I just want to keep on reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, and it was very fun to do. I hope you're staying safe, doing well, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!